Hey everyone, it's Lauren Goodson with Career Expert Academy, and today I'm here to tell you a secret, the secret to how to be selected by a recruiter. Guys, I'm going to tell you that it's actually not really that difficult to have a recruiter absolutely love working with you and to work really hard on your behalf. And the magic in all of this relationship is that it costs you nothing. This is the single greatest free resource, I think, on the planet for job seekers. So today, listen up, take notes, because this training is going to change your life. Okay, first let's talk about who. Recruiters are a different breed of people. Basically, there are a lot of different varieties. They can work in a big corporate office and have very standard hours, or they can be the freelance sort and work from home, working for some of America and the globe's biggest employers. So make no mistake, whether you're working with a national brand or a small town Joe, these people have relationships that you as a job seeker absolutely need to capitalize on. You also have to keep in mind that recruiters are very, very busy. They're often working multiple searches at the same time, and for each search, guys, they have 3 to 4, even 5 or 6, 7 candidates that they're considering actively for those open positions. So when you call them, it's very important to be patient, be respectful, be patient, and keep in mind that you're not the only person that they're working with. So being nice, being professional, and being appreciative really goes a long way. Remember that it pays to have them on your side. These are people that at the end of the process are going to be working on negotiating your salary, so we kind of want to have them really, really like you. Remember, recruiters have a choice in who they represent and who they endorse, and you want them to think that you are very professional, very patient, and someone that would represent them well on a long-term basis on their client side. Also keep in mind that if you make a great impression with a recruiter, this could be someone who has deep knowledge of you and who will one day fill positions for you as a client, that you will be telling them what you need. And so this is just a great long-term relationship to have in mind. I'll tell you, the thing that doesn't work well is when people act with an entitlement mentality and they think that the recruiter somehow owes them something. Guys, there are a lot of fish in the sea, so you want to have that recruiter really like you and work on your behalf and do everything in their power to help you nail that all-important job. I think you're probably wondering, so amongst the recruiter's candidates, how do I know which ones get selected, which ones make the cut? Here's a couple of quick tips. Update your online job board resume and profile very thoroughly. That way you don't waste any recruiter's time with them calling you for a position that you're not very interested in or qualified for. Always be sure to fill in the blank that describes relocation, so that if you're not interested in relocating, you're not getting bothered by recruiters who are calling you for positions in towns that you don't even have any interest in moving to. Number 2, include a realistic salary range. A lot of folks try to get a little cute and they leave that blank open. That's not what you want to do. You want to put in there a realistic $10,000 to $15,000 salary range, so that when a recruiter calls you, you're pretty sure that we're talking about the right kind of salary range for yourself, okay? Now, if at all possible, do not blind your resume. I understand that there are a lot of times where a confidential search is necessary, but if it's not absolutely necessary, please don't do that, because as recruiters, it really takes us a lot of time to run down candidates, and it's just, honestly, a lot of recruiters will not even reach out to candidates who have blinded confidential resumes, because ours is a time kills deals kind of business, and we can't waste time on things that are not going to be productive for us. So if you don't have to, please don't blind your resume. If you have to, we understand, but be monitoring that email address that you listed so that we can get in touch with you about these jobs, because time's of the essence. Next, recruiters are only paid if they deliver the right talent to the client. So what you have to remember is they're in it to win it, folks. They're on your side. They want to coach you and give you every single bit of information they possibly can so that you nail the job and they get paid. If they work really hard and you come up number 2, they get nothing. That's not what you want. That's not what they want. So working collaboratively as a team is in everyone's best interest. We've talked about the fact that despite their best efforts, if the recruiter doesn't get you this job, then they don't get paid. So you have to understand that this environment drives steep competition and rigorous sense of urgency for recruiters. And that means if they don't call you back, it's not personal. It's that they are on the phone trying to get you the next interview, trying to get your references in. They're just busy people, so be patient with them. It's critical, though, that if they ask you for information, that you get that information to them as soon as possible. Don't let the deal be messed up because they can't get a hold of you. You need to return their calls promptly. You also have to kind of keep in mind that in today's business environment, job seekers too have a real sense of urgency. And here's a few critical steps. Number one, update immediately. A generic, bland, boring resume is going to get you nowhere. Frankly, guys, when I talk to my candidates that I coach, I just tell them I will not send it. I absolutely will not because it wastes everyone's time. I want you to tailor your resume to the job that you're going for, and that means total honesty, no fluffing resumes, but I also just need you to know we have to have it tailored to what the client is looking for and what job skills that you have. When those two things come together, we have a deal. We're getting interviews. We're getting offers, okay? So number two, upload immediately. Upload your resume to the major job boards, Career Builder, Monster, any specialty boards that are of interest to you. Fill in all the blanks, don't cut corners. This is your virtual first impression. And who doesn't love a good first impression, right? So then the last thing is to refresh it weekly. Some people call me and they say, Lauren, I put my resume on there, but I haven't heard anything from anybody. What am I going to do? It's been weeks. You know what? You haven't refreshed it. Your resume is on page 47. We don't need it there. We need it at the front of the stack. So refresh your resume. Just change something small, but the computer recognizes it as updated and it goes to the top of the list, which is great for you. Finally, the most important thing that I can leave you with is to respond quickly. Recruiters work from a short list of similarly qualified candidates, and you want to do anything you can to positively differentiate yourself. And one of those simple things is just responding quickly, being polite, being grateful, having those resumes or those references to them very quickly, and just understanding the nature of their work is that if you get the job, they succeed and everybody wins. So I'm Lauren Goodson, Career Expert Academy, and I just want to encourage you guys to make the most out of your recruiter friends, and good luck in your job search today.